So my name's Jonathan Ryan. I am from Huntington. Been here on and off for a long time. I'm a fiance to a beautiful mother, and I recently had my first daughter. And for work, I'm an operating engineer. So I work on cranes, and then I come home and work with all the kids. So I've been coming about a year and a half then, and what brought me to Life Church was Olivia. So she said that she thought we should come check it out, and thought it's a good church. And what kept me here is I feel like it's a pretty good place. I feel more love than judgment. So being able to find a church that accepts you for who you are, and has good people in it, good atmosphere, good balance. I had a rough childhood. Dad wasn't around. Mom was a drug addict. Eventually led to me getting addicted to drugs, running amok, committing crimes, getting taken out of the home. And I've been now for 17 years a drug addict, whether in recovery or not. The day that I thought was probably the worst day in my life ended up to be probably what I will look back on as one of the best days. And obviously, I wish I wouldn't have to do a decade in prison for that, but I felt extremely ashamed, guilty, outcasted. But luckily, I was able to work through that, and I wasn't ready to come home when I came home. I would have liked to tell you that I was ready to come home after I was there for a year. I'm ready. But the truth of it is that the biggest challenge for me was probably accountability. I have a terrible history of being accountable to myself. And that's where a good support system comes into play. Luckily I was blessed enough to have Olivia in my life, and God gave me a beautiful daughter. Holding on to the good people that walked into my life, whether I asked them to or not, has been what has brought me, here today. When I really started to connect with God was when I was probably about a little over a year from getting out of prison. And I just said to myself one day, I said, you know what, man, I'm a year from the door. I've been here eight years and however many months, and I'm still getting high. I'm still cussing like a sailor. I'm still associating with the wrong people and partaking in the wrong activities. What am I gonna do when I get out there if I don't have a foundation? That's when I really gave my life to God, and I broke down, and I said, you know what, I don't have to be a perfect Christian or a perfect follower. And that's the idea that had probably kept me for a long time from committing my life. So baptism to me is just a representation of my commitment to Christ. And really for me, when I think of it in my head, it's not a commitment to say, I've been doing this or I've done this. I think I'm ready to get baptized. It's a commitment of saying, moving forward, I'm committing my life to do what He wants to lead me to do, and serving my purpose, whatever that may be, that He calls me to do. My name's Jonathan, and I'm getting baptized today.
So Jonathan, one of the things that stuck out to me after we talked, because we had a good time, we talked for a while during that baptism interview, but one of the things that stuck out to me was how you talked about that you're going to pursue your relationship with Christ even in imperfection, right? And I think that's the story that we all have to remember, that we're not going to always get it right. We're not going to always have it right. But at the end of the day, we're still going to pursue Him, and we're still going to do the best we can with what He's called us to do. And again, listening to your story and see how, God has come into your life and how He has been a part of your life through this journey, and to see you come to the place where you're saying, you know what, I've had a lot to overcome. You've had a lot to overcome, right? A lot of obstacles. The enemy has tried, right? But he did not succeed. And he's not going to take you down. And again, it's a day that we're celebrating that you are a child of God, And in the midst of that, we can celebrate not only what he has done, but what he will do in the future. So it's a great honor because of your proclamation of faith that I can baptize you in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit.